Hi Chris, I thought I'd make this videos as it would be much easier to demonstrate and explain here. So I have your flute. It's a very narrow bore flute, so go no hi, not go no hi, kan no ro is a little difficult. Now it doesn't sound that bad to you probably because I'm able to find the sweet spot and hang on to it. But if you don't have really good technique, it's sort of it's precarious. It doesn't hold on to that note in a very solid way, in a very clear kan no ro. You see how there's a balance between the low octave and the high octave? That's because the bore of this flute is very narrow at the top, throughout, and at the bottom. So I have a very similar board flute that I worked on that was very narrow. I had to open up the top. So here's your flute, this one right here. Here's a gauge that I got from my teacher, Kinya. It says number 1 on it. I don't know if you can see it, and there's some lines right here. So it's just slip into the flute, like this one for example, and go right up into the line, or below, which this one does. And that means as the cavity is bigger, it's probably easier to take air. Now here's your flute. It doesn't go in at all. It stays right there. It should go in 1.5 inches, but it's stuck right there. And even on the vertical axis, it's even smaller. So first thing I would do is enlarge that, and then kan no ro would play a little easier. That's just hitting kan no ro without adjustments at all, with a neutral breath. So this one takes a bit of dialing in to find it, and if you know the flute well, probably not a problem. The major problem would be if it's the tone color you want while you're playing, while you're dialed in. Is it the tone color you want? So we can talk about that further. Let me know your thoughts.